Good day everyone. So today we are going to discuss all about encapsulation. So before that, let us have first our course intended learning outcomes. So the first one is use access modifiers and then apply encapsulation for data protection. And then the last one is implement validation in properties. So we hope that at the end of the discussion, these following objectives can be applied. And now, let us start the discussion to be started by Miss Angel May Aranza.
What is encapsulation? Encapsulation is a core principle of object-oriented programming or OOP. It's the practice of binding data called fields or variables, and the method function that operate on the data in a single unit, which is typically a class. So the main goal of encapsulation is to protect data from unauthorized access or modifications. It does this by hiding the internal state of an object and only exposing the necessary functionalities. This prevents a user of the class from directly accessing and changing the data in a uncontrolled way. So, key concept. So, to understand how encapsulation works, you need to know about a few key concepts. Number one is access modifiers. So, these are keywords that control the visibility or accessibility of classes, methods, and variables. They determine who can access or use certain parts of your code. So, public, accessible from anywhere in the program. Think of the like public park anyone can enter. So, private, accessible only within the same class. This is used for encapsulation to hide data. It's like a private room in a house. Only people inside the house can access it. So, protected, accessible within the same class and by any subclasses, classes that inherit from it. So, next is default, no modifier. So, accessible only within the same package. So, number 2, sa private fields. So, these are variables that are declared as a private. By making fields private, you are hiding them from direct access to outside of the class. So this is a crucial step in achieving encapsulation as it prevents other parts of the program from directly change objects data. Next is the getter and setter. So since private fields can be accessed directly, you need a way to read and update them. This is done through a special method called getters and setters. So getters get name, a public method used to get or retrieve the value of a private field. So setter E and G set name, string name, a public method used to set or update the value of a private field. Next is the validation. So one of the major benefits of using setter is the ability to include is the validation. You can add rules within the setter method to ensure that the data being set is correct. For example, is a setter for an age variable could include a check to make sure the age is positive number. So this ensures that object always maintain a valid state. To put it all together, encapsulation allows to control how the data inside a class is accessed and modified, leading to more robust and secure code.
We have here a sample code for without encapsulation. So as you can see here, fields name and age are public, which means that anyone can change them directly. And because of that, data are not protected and user can set the age to a negative number because there is no rules or validation present in the code. So this means that data without encapsulation is not safe or reliable. And now let's move forward to the sample for with encapsulation. So here we can see that fields are now in private, which means that they cannot be accessed directly from outside the class. So we use here the getters and setters, where getters are used to get or read the values for a certain field, and setters are used to set or update the values. Also, we have here the validation to make sure that the value of age is positive for it to be valid. And here in the main class, we initialize the values for the name and age, and then system that out that print to show its output. So encapsulation hides the class data using private fields. And we use getters and setters to control how the users can access or change the data. It also includes validation to check and to make sure that the data being entered by the user is valid. So here are the benefits of encapsulation. First is the data protection. So encapsulation keeps your data protected by preventing unauthorized access so that no one can put incorrect or harmful values to the fields. Second is the data validation. Encapsulation makes sure that the information stored or entered is always correct or valid. For example, if someone wants to put a negative number for the age, the program can stop it by using a condition. This helps maintain data accuracy. And then the third one is flexibility. So if we need to change how data is handled, we can do it inside the class without affecting the rest of the program. This makes easy fixing or updating of the code or program. And then last one is reusability. So once we create an encapsulated class, we can reuse it safely in other projects. It's because data are protected and controlled. So in conclusion, encapsulation keeps an object's data hidden and protected from outside access. It helps us write programs that are safe, organized, and easy to maintain while keeping the data reliable and secure by using modifiers, getters and setters, and validation. And that's all for today's discussion. Thank you for listening, and we hope you learned a lot.